Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. So, for those of you who watched my vlog yesterday of my trip to Estonia and picking up all of the silver shot, this is kind of the part 2 video where I've actually got some time, sat down with the manager of the European Mint. He's very kindly given us some time today to, well, first of all, have a look at some of the absolutely awesome products that he's got available, but also to actually get to know the European Mint a little bit more. I know a lot of you over here in the UK are very interested in various dealers from Europe, and the European Mint is one that I think, anyway, as a customer who's used them many times before, it's a very good company. So we have here the manager who is going to, I think, first of all, just introduce us a little bit to the European Mint and what you're all about.
Okay, so our company is based in Estonia, as you said. We specialize in the bullion business, wholesale, and we're starting to make our own coins as well. Now you have one here.
Yes.
For example.
Yeah, you showed me this earlier. This is a Niue island coin, and the European Mint has made them. Well, you can tell them about them. Go on.
Well, that's a recent project we have. We've been minting our own coins since 2014 already. We start with a Niue bar that was 100-gram bar, and now we are starting to make these ones. But I mean, the main business we're running right now is the wholesale of bullion, gold and silver. The plan is every time we start minting our own coins, like that one you saw, the toucan from 2018 is a new coin. You're actually the first one seeing it live right now. So
well, there you go, guys. You have an exclusive look there at the new toucan from the Niue Islands, straight from the European Mint, as close as you can get to seeing it being made. But yeah, I mean, you've hit the nail on the head there. European Mint is probably one of the key places in Europe to get wholesale bullion at the moment, and I mean,
while it lasts for you guys in the UK.
Yes, that was going to be one of my follow-up questions, but let's get that question out of the way now. What's your thoughts on Brexit? I mean, you don't have to say facts and figures, but I would imagine that the UK is a fairly decent-sized market for you.
Yeah,
you get customers from the UK.
I would say that was in the beginning when we started here in Estonia. We were putting a lot of focus on the UK market.
Yep.
With all this situation with Brexit, of course, now we are not even investing too much marketing on UK anymore.
Yeah, and that's a shame, and I see that in the other aspects of my day job as well, around companies just having no confidence in the future, and I guess that's a similar thing with you. And
because if we're gonna invest marketing and get new customers, and we would if we would invest in the marketing like we were doing a few years ago, definitely we would get a lot of customers from UK. But I mean, you're gonna make a customer that you don't know if he's gonna be able to buy again in 1 year or 2 years. So.
Yeah, and it is a shame because we have. I mean, you've got a great selection of silver out here, but you've obviously got the crowd favourites like the Perth Mint. These are the big 10-ounce coins. I do love those. I've featured on my channel before. But these are long-running series that people, certainly in the UK, are going to be wanting to pick up in the future. And a lot of you out there who are watching, who've seen the channel before, know about the issues that we have in the UK about buying silver. And if we have that kind of fall off the cliff moment in a couple of years' time, who knows what's going to happen? And if we have to start paying lots of import tax, then we might all just end up coming to you for gold.
Well, yeah, that's going to be an option, right? Gold is tax-free in UK for now.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, it could change one day. Who knows?
So that's one of the investments you can do still, even if you go out of European Union. But just like I was saying, if we invest in getting customers from UK, when you get customers, normally they buy for long time. They become very good customers for a few years.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing about investing in marketing this business, is when you give good service like we do, and you sell good products, you have good relation with customers.
Yeah.
And close relation with them. You're an example of that.
Yeah.
The customers, they become very good customers, and for years and years. And then if we start investing, imagine strongly in UK, we don't know what's going to happen. So that's a market right now.
It's very difficult, and I'll have some difficult decisions to think about myself for the Backyard Bullion business. If silver suddenly becomes 20% more expensive to buy from you, it will be just a very difficult time to work out. But that's all in the future. For right now, though, there is still great opportunity for UK buyers and other buyers all around the world. And we have such a huge range of sort of gold and silver out on the table here, but this is by no means the limit of your stock and what you can offer.
Much more.
What out of all of this do you think is kind of your key cornerstone products, or do you do more of the bullion? Do you do more of these coloured coins?
The bullion, I would say the bullion coins are what sells best. Canadian Maple Leaf silver and Austrian Philharmonic silver.
We do have some Canadian maples, but we didn't put any of the Philharmonics up on the table here. But
those are our best sellers for sure, and we always selling a lot of those.
Okay, and
interesting, the Britannia is also very cheap. I would say is the third or the fourth product that we saw.
Yeah. Well, on the sort of subject of pricing, because again, a lot of people out there who are buying gold and silver in bulk, they will be quite savvy about their prices and finding the best deals out there. So without naming any of your competitors, there are other dealers in Europe that people know about and have used before. What do you think makes you different? What can you give to a customer that perhaps some of the other dealers might not be able to do?
Well, I don't know very much about those companies, but certainly we can offer, if not the best, one of the best in Europe. And I tell you from my experience, we can match normally all prices on everybody else in Europe. So I would risk to say we have the cheapest price for the regular bullion, for example, like the silver maple leaf or silver philharmonics. So that would be a strong point. And then of course the service we give, we worry a lot with our customer satisfaction, so that's very important for us. All feedback we get from our customers, we read it, and we of course we reply everybody. I mean, we try to always improve if there is something that they talk to us, that we should improve.
Well, I think that's one thing that is very important, because there are other dealers out there, and I think a lot of people who are watching this will know it. And I obviously, for obvious reasons, I don't want to name that other dealer, but they have questionable kind of customer service techniques and practices. But I have to say, from my point of view, we've had great dealings in the time that I've been working with you, and I would back up everything that you've just heard there, that the customer service is very important for the European Mint.
Well, shipping also, we also use reliable shipping carriers, FedEx or UPS, but that's very important as well.
I would agree.
You don't want to receive a product and get lost, and then you're not gonna get the money back or whatever. So
I would agree.
That's something when you deal online is very important and trustable. I mean, we are known already. Any customer from UK can trust our company. I would not. I don't want to talk about other companies. I don't know what their business, but on my company we can assure you that we're gonna serve you the best we can, and you're gonna receive your products with a better quality we can give you and the best price we can. And
I think that's really important, because I know there's been a lot of feedback for people who have said that the other practices of some of the other dealers and their suppliers in terms of courier services are not very good, and it can lead to problems, which of course, compounded with bad customer service, is just not a very good experience when you're buying bullion. So the fact that you use FedEx, UPS and the likes here, it might cost a little more for the customer, but the peace of mind that you get and the quality of the delivery service is much more important, I think.
Well, and if you don't want to have the product shipping, you can always come here, like you did.
Exactly.
So we have an office, actually.
Yes. So I mean, I'll vouch for that, guys. I've made the trip over here. I was obviously picking up quite a large order, so it made more sense for me to buy the flights over and have a night in a hotel and pick everything up. But I would recommend doing that as well. And from what I've seen, the office is very secure, obviously I won't go into detail where it is, but it's very secure, very good, very well organised. So, I mean, we've talked about the general bullion stuff, but I've eyed a few things on here which are different to general bullion, and I'm sure some of the other customers out there will see them. Let's start with this Christmas themed one here. So, is this a big sort of part of the business? What's your thoughts on kind of the coloured coin market at the moment?
Well, it's a very small market. For us, it's very interesting, of course. I mean, there is. We have choice for all different publics, right? We have colorized coins, we have the bullion coins, we have the minted collectible coins like this one here,
Yep.
for example.
Let's have a look at that as well. So this is the wolf, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's put one down.
Wildlife family wolf. So we have basically different selection of products. Or you're gonna be an investor, or you're gonna be a collector. If you're a collector, you have other products. If you wanna give a great gift, for example, in the Christmas, you have some nice colorized coins.
Because that's one thing to remember. A lot of people who stack gold and silver, they'll just want the cheapest generic bullion that they can. But there are a lot of people out there who like to give these types of things as presents, as gifts, as collectibles. And I have to say that the gold leaf Canadian Christmas coin here is actually very, very cool indeed. And with the whole gold gilded back, that looks pretty awesome, I have to say. But you guys are actually manufacturing and making some of these types of things in-house yourself. Are these some of the ones that you've done? Obviously, maybe not the wolf there, but
some of them are not. The ones that are in the table, I would not say, but we can definitely do all these products that you see. Even and the bullion, the collectibles, and the colorized.
Also, we should talk about some of the other metals that are on offer as well. So we've got here the two big staples, gold and silver, but we have got a couple of other small bits of other metals out on the table. So you are a supplier of platinum and palladium and rubidium. Is that the right one I'm saying, or not at the moment?
Not really. We do platinum and palladium.
Platinum and palladium.
VAT free as well. So
yes. So that's another thing that's important for those of us in various countries where sales tax is put on platinum as well, because it's such an industrial metal in the UK. We have to pay sales tax on it as well. But yeah, so it's another great place to get, as you say,
if you
VAT,
like those kind of
platinum.
products like platinum, palladium, we sell platinum maple leaves, platinum philharmonics, palladium maples. So and those are great vehicles for investment as well. The platinum and palladium, and you can get them VAT free here in our company. So that's a pretty good advantage. I would say in Europe it's very difficult to get prices like we are getting on these products.
On the subject of prices, we've seen quite a turbulent month in silver and gold prices, and just keen to hear a kind of a bullion dealer's thoughts on the whole silver price market. You've been in this game quite a long time. You must have seen huge dips and drops and leaps and bounds. What's your advice for people out there who are maybe buying silver at the moment, buying gold at the moment, or they're thinking about it?
Well, right now I think normally I don't like to give advice on investment or whatever. So I'm gonna give you my personal opinion.
So we should just put a little disclaimer in here saying these are just our opinions, guys. So don't go away from this video and make huge financial decisions. But let's just hear what you have to say.
But as a personal individual, I would buy more. To tell you the truth. Right now, the market is great. The prices are low, very low. Silver is very cheap right now. Platinum went down crazy. Palladium is more expensive right now than platinum, which is. It's quite interesting.
The thing that always gets me about platinum is that gold is more expensive than platinum. And when I was growing up, I always thought platinum was meant to be the most expensive metal, and it was meant to be more.
It was at some point, even recently, a few years ago.
So it's very interesting.
So right now you see these prices, and you, as a person, I would buy definitely. It's in my opinion, is great investment. I know a lot of people right now are putting their money in Bitcoin and all that. But I can tell from my experience, a lot of the people that are putting the money there and they are making a lot of money with it, they are now buying silver and gold.
Yes,
with these prices.
And you've once again gone on to my very next question, which was going to be about Bitcoin, because you accept Bitcoin as payment.
Yeah, we accept.
And I think that's one thing which is very unique. Certainly in Europe, there's not a great deal of dealers. We couldn't say right now for definite.
We were the first certainly to accept them, because we started accepting already Bitcoin since 2014, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And I mean, now you can find probably maybe one or two.
There might be a few others, but without.
But I would not say there's that many people accepting Bitcoin still.
No. And so you see that a lot now? Do you see a lot of people buying from you with Bitcoin transactions now? Yeah,
there is a market for it. So there is people using Bitcoin and buying it with Bitcoin.
Well, as you say, there's a sort of fairly limited number of dealers that accept them. So for those of you out there who are maybe investing in Bitcoin at the moment and you're looking to exchange that Bitcoin for precious metals, then perhaps the European Mint is a place for you to have a look at for that in the future. I think that's about all we need to really talk about. Unless there's something else that you'd like to add for the viewers, for everybody out there who's watching.
Just check europeanmint.com and buy some silver and gold.
Exactly. One very important question that Mrs. Backyard Bullion, who's been very quietly sitting in the corner enjoying this interview, she just nudged me to ask you, what's your favourite coin? If you had to pick one.
That's a very interesting
And you do have to pick one, I'm afraid. That's the rules. If you get asked that question, you have to pick one.
That's really interesting. I would say the panda, the Chinese silver
Chinese
panda.
pandas.
Yes. I like the pandas a
and
lot.
what's about the pandas makes that your favourite or one of your favourites?
Well, there a few years ago. I was studying the coin, and I discovered that the price would go up every year. So it's very interesting coin because it's kind of collectible and investment at the same time. You're gonna pay a little bit more premium than the other coins, but if you check, for example, the backdated silver pandas, you're gonna find some very high prices. So
yeah, and it's strange.
And the design is great. Their designs are very beautiful. Every year they come up with very beautiful designs, and I really like.
It's strange, isn't it, that they are such in-demand collectible coins, and they have very large prices, but they're often quite large mintages. You know, there'll be millions of them out there. So it's very interesting.
But China is a big market.
It's a huge market. It's one not to be underestimated. Yeah, for sure.
So when you think about big mintage for China, maybe it's not so big like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for my personal taste, I would choose the 1 ounce. Not 1 ounce anymore. Now it's 30 grams.
Exactly, they've changed it.
30 gram.
Wouldn't it be cool though if they had sort of the kilogram versions? You know, if you had a giant panda,
would be
something
really
like this. I think that would be quite interesting.
Yeah. I used to like more than 1 ounce. I don't know why. They disappointed me a little bit with this 30 gram, but anyway, the coin is still great.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time today and for letting us into your office here to do this little bit of filming. That's been really good. And I hope you're more than welcome. Thank you. And I hope that all of you guys out there have enjoyed this little interview. If you have, please do put that thumbs up on this video and share it around on all of your social media. That would be very helpful as ever. And of course, go over to the European Mint and check out their website. As he said, there is a huge range of coins, and you know, you've heard it from the horse's mouth here that if there's something maybe you're interested in, get in touch. If there's a deal to be made, I'm sure that any business would be sensible enough to consider things. So if you're in the market for something, it's always worth potentially asking, as well as looking at the website there. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't checked out my vlog where I show the sights and sounds of Estonia, then make sure you go and check that video out. It was uploaded yesterday as well. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.